I am so excited to do this. You have no idea. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be tier ranking every single book that I have ever read. Well, from 2022 to now. So every single book that I've read in the past 3 years. I'm not going to include any books from pre-2022 just because those are likely books that I read when I was a child. I didn't really read between the years of I want to say 2012, maybe 2013 to 2022. So that decade of time I really wasn't reading, and I feel like the story is similar to a lot of people where they loved reading as a kid and then because of school they just kind of didn't enjoy reading for fun anymore, and now as an adult I've picked it back up. So that's why I'm not going to include anything prior to 2022 because I just don't really remember those books. It was so long ago now that I just don't think my opinions would obviously be the same because I'm an adult versus I read that when I was 12. I'm not going to include that. Today we're just going to go through the books that I've read in the past 3 years. For some people that might be a monstrosity of books. I don't think that was the right word. That might be a monstrous amount of books to rank, but for me it's only 37, which that's an average of 12 books a year. I'm gonna stop yapping and let's just go ahead and get right into it. So to break down the tiers that I have, we have the top tier. Give me 14 of them right now. Give me 14 of them right now. That is my 6-star reads. I will forever love this book, hopefully, maybe, probably. I will eat this up again. Next tier is would reread. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I would reread it. It might not be a 5-star, but I would reread it. Next is she's really good. Those are books that I wouldn't necessarily reread, but I really did enjoy reading them. And then next I have recommend but didn't love, and that's a book that I would recommend it to people, but maybe I didn't necessarily love that book, but would still recommend it. Next we have did I have a good time? Yes. I don't know if I necessarily would say that I really liked it, but I had an enjoyable experience. And then down towards the bottom we have boring and should have DNF'd. So I feel like I have a disproportionate number of tiers for ones that I like and ones that I disliked, but I feel like I haven't read a ton of books that I truly disliked. Oh, I thought I started recording. I just took a screenshot. Wait, how do I take a screen recording? Oh my god, click stop. Where's that button? Wait. Okay, I figured it out. So this is actually in order of when I read them, so it's oldest to newest. I don't really know if that's a good idea. It's how I imported them, so it's just how I'm gonna go through them. First, this is a weird one to start out with. Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. This is his memoir. I read this in 2022. I think I gave it a 4-star. I feel really weird ranking this. It was actually very good to read. It was a very interesting story. It was very emotional. I feel really bad putting it in the recommend but didn't love. I feel like that's where it's gonna go. I hate starting off the video like that. But anyway, next up, Where the Crawdads Sing. Okay, that one was fine. I read that on the plane and then I immediately watched the movie afterwards, which was kind of fun. I didn't love it. Did I have a good time? Yeah, I had a good time. I don't think I'd recommend it, but The Subtle Art of Not Giving. That one, honestly, I don't remember a single thing from that book. I'm putting it in boring. I don't remember a single thing. I'm sure that there are good, insightful things talked about in that book, but I just don't remember them. And I feel like a lot of the things that are useful that come from that book are probably something that everybody's heard before. Maybe, I don't know. Don't sue me. That's just my opinion. I'm putting it in boring. All the Light We Cannot See, that one was so good. I would reread that. I think I gave this 5 stars. That's a World War II. Oh, maybe I should describe what these books are, a little bit at least. All That We Cannot See is a World War II historical fiction novel, and actually it was adapted to a show, I think, on Netflix. I don't know if it was a movie or a show. I haven't watched it. I thought it was a really good book. Sam actually thought that that was a really good book too. Definitely would reread. It was a good book. Ninth House. Give me 14 of them right now. Give me 14 of them right now. I am patiently, well, not really patiently, but I am waiting for the 3rd book in that series to come out. Where is it? Lee Bardugo, where you at? I want it. Give me 14 of them right now. Give me 14 of them right now. That's a dark academia fantasy novel, and it's so good. It's so good. Love in Other Words. This one, I feel like is a cult classic at this point. I hear about it often. I did really like it. I don't think I would say that I loved it, but I think I'm gonna do She's like really good. Someone Else's Shoes by Jojo Moyes. This is a general fiction book. To be completely honest, boring. Maybe I did have a good time though. No, I remember finishing that book and I'm like, that was kind of boring. It was fine. I don't know. There was just a lot of things going on where I'm like, why are you doing that? Daisy Jones and the Six. I did love this book. I don't know if I would reread it. I might, but I'm not confident on that. So I'm going to say she's like really good. Circus Train. This was another one that I got from Book of the Month. I remember enjoying it. I think it was also a World War II historical fiction, but it was about these kids like that were actually living on a circus train. It was actually pretty good, but I don't know if I would recommend it. Maybe? Maybe, yeah, sure, recommend, but didn't love. Yeah, that sounds right. Atomic Habits, I probably would recommend this book. It wasn't my favorite. I mean, it's a nonfiction book, but I did actually take some things away from it, and I probably would revisit it. It's a good book. Not for fun, but like, she's like really good. She's really good. Maybe recommend, but didn't love. I feel weird saying Atomic Habits is like the same level as Daisy Jones and the Six. Yeah, recommend, but didn't love. Hellbent. Hellbent is the sequel to Ninth House. Give me 14 of them right now. Immediately give me 14 of them right now. Carrie Soto is back. Would reread for sure. I love that book. It's a fictional book about a tennis player and no notes. I would reread that. I think I gave it 5 stars. Actually, I think I gave it 4.5. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Now this one I actually did give 5 stars, but I don't think I would reread it. I'm not even sure if I would keep the 5-star rating. I'm gonna say she's like really good because I liked it, but I probably would not reread it. It ends with us. Boring. Some people might find that controversial. A lot of people find this book controversial in general. And honestly, I'm only putting it in boring because it's not that I didn't, well, you know what? I don't think I did like it. It was just boring. The only parts of this book that I remember are the controversial parts, like the parts that are talked about in the media and then when it became a movie. So I don't really think about this book ever unless I'm seeing it being talked about. Honestly, the sequel, I did like the sequel more. I don't know why I read the sequel. I wouldn't put that in a shoulda DNF'd because I don't think I should have DNF'd it because I did actually enjoy it more than the first one, but I feel like I just shouldn't have read that book. I'm gonna put, did I have a good time? Yeah, I think I did. Actually, did I? I also do not remember a single thing about what happened, but I think I had a good time. So I'll put it there. Shadow and Bone, I did really love that series. I think I might put the entire trilogy in like the She's Like Really Good trilogy. Or She's Like Really Good tier. I really enjoyed all 3 of those books. That's a Leigh Bardugo trilogy and it's a YA fantasy. I had a great time and I think I would recommend it. I think it's in the same world as Six of Crows. I haven't read Six of Crows yet, but I do believe that they have similar characters and like a crossover kind of situation going on. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I actually really did enjoy Shadow and Bone. I think I gave 5 stars to Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. I liked it. It was a good magic system. The one thing that I really liked about that magic system is that they couldn't create their power. Like their powers were like light, shadows, were there more? Oh, wind and fire, maybe? I don't remember. But they couldn't create them just from nothing. There had to be light available for them to like use the light or something. Okay, Fourth Wing, I'm gonna say give me 14 of them right now. I loved the first one. Even Iron Flame, I am tempted to put it in give me 14 of them right now because I think I put Iron Flame as a 5-star. I'm gonna say would reread, which I feel like a lot of people did not like that. Oh my god, if I put Onyx Storm right underneath it, it makes it the little gradient, you know, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, next, The Good Luck Cafe. This book I found randomly in my grocery store, and it's a romance, it's a small town romance. She is arguing with the mayor of the town because he's threatening to like take away her mother's bakery or something. He's not the villain. He's just like, he's the mayor, has to make tough decisions sometimes. It's just a cute little small town romance. I'm gonna say recommend but didn't love, or She's Like Really Good. I'm so nervous that someone's gonna like take these ratings and be like, this girl has no taste. You know what? I'm gonna say recommend but didn't love. I think I gave it like a 4-star, which is a high rating. Recommend but didn't love feels a bit better. The Lost Apothecary, I actually really enjoyed this book more than I expected to. I'm gonna say She's Like Really Good. I did really enjoy this book. Didn't love it, but I did really enjoy that book. It was about this woman who goes to London, I think, and she discovers these hidden secrets about a lost apothecary, and she just kind of goes into a deep dive about who ran the apothecary and like where it came from. It does timeline jumps where it goes back and forth to present day with that woman and then the past when the lost apothecary was actually in business. Yeah, it was really interesting. I was surprised by that book. Malibu Rising. Don't hate me, okay? Don't hate me. I just personally didn't love it. It was a fun read, I guess. Like maybe it wasn't boring. I mean, I enjoyed some aspects of it. I kind of liked when she was hosting all those parties and I don't know, just a bunch of random stuff was happening, but I just didn't feel connected to the story. I did find it kind of funny, the Carrie Soto references that were in that book. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't think about this book hardly ever unless I look at it. It did not feel the same as the other Taylor Jenkins Reid books I've read before, which I know that's not the point. Like, it's a different book. It's not supposed to feel the same. I remember finishing it and I was like, that's it. So I think I'm gonna keep it in boring. Hitler's Exile. Now, this book only has 2 ratings on Goodreads, and I am one of them. I borrowed it from my landlady in Georgia. Her friend actually wrote this book, which I thought was super cool. It was actually pretty good. It's not about World War II, believe it or not. It's actually about this guy's grandfather who was sent on a Nazi mission. It was this like super top secret mission that he was sent to do, and something ends up happening, and now later on in his life, he's like 70, 80 years old or something like that, and now he's being hunted by these people. It was actually really good. I would say recommend but didn't love. It wasn't my favorite story ever, but I definitely would recommend it if that's something that you're into, or if that's something that sounds interesting to you. I would recommend it. Next is Limitless. This is a nonfiction book. I should have DNF'd that. It was fine. I took away one thing from it, and that was like his speed reading thing. But you know what? I don't even use it. And he hinted at it so many times. It took him the entire book to talk about it. And I'm like, why did I just read this for 200 pages? So I should have DNF'd that book. The Kingdom of Sweets. This one, I was very shocked by. I did not expect it to be what it was. It's a Nutcracker retelling. It's actually like a horror book. And I don't know if the Nutcracker is supposed to be horror. I'm gonna say recommend but didn't love. When I finished this book, it actually did make me want to go watch the Nutcracker. I used to watch the Nutcracker like every single year when I was in elementary school, because a bunch of kids that I went to school with were in the Nutcracker. So it would be like a yearly field trip around Christmas time that we would go watch them perform. So I would watch it every single year. And I think I fell asleep every single year. And then there's one scene where they do like a big like cymbal crash, and that's when I woke up, when they did the symbols. But I did really enjoy this. It's a lot darker than I expected, especially for a fantasy retelling, but it was pretty good. Onyx Storm, would reread. I would reread that. I think I gave it a 4. I was just about to say I didn't love it, even though I'm putting it so highly, but I would reread it because when the 4th one comes out, I'm gonna need to go back and understand everything that has already happened, so I feel like I would reread it. And I probably, when the series is finished, I will probably, as long as I like it, I will probably go back and reread the whole thing again, so I'm going to keep it and would reread. The Extraordinary Life of Sam Hell. This is a general fiction book about this boy, and he was born with red eyes, like red irises, and he kind of gets made fun of and picked on when he's a kid, and it kind of carries throughout his entire life with him, and it's just a story about his life and the things that he goes through, and one of his best friends from school, or 2 of his best friends from school actually, and it's just a story about him going through life and like self-acceptance and like understanding what's really important in life and all of that stuff. So it was really good. I'm gonna say she's like really good. I liked that book a lot. I think I gave it 4 stars. A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm gonna say recommend but didn't love. I kind of want to put it in the did I have a good time yes category, but the only reason why I'm not is because I would recommend it purely because it brings you to the rest of the books. If A Court of Mist and Fury was not what it was, I would not be recommending it at all, to be completely honest. And I know that a lot of people love this book, but I just personally didn't. I think I rated it a 3.25. I liked it, but I didn't love it. But I would recommend it because you get to read A Court of Mist and Fury afterwards. What I Ate in a Year and Other Related Thoughts by Stanley Tucci. This is a memoir about what the actor Stanley Tucci ate in a year, and I think it says in other related thoughts. I should have DNF'd this. I don't know if I'm just not a memoir girly or if I'm just not a nonfiction girly, because clearly a lot of my nonfictions are down here at the bottom. I thought about DNFing this early on, and then I'm like, let me read another 50 pages. Let me get to page like 100. I do not remember a single thing other than he eats pasta. He did give you a recipe for a gin paloma. I think I took a picture of that. Like I wrote that down. That is the main thing that I'm taking away from this book. A Court of Mist and Fury. I don't think this needs much explanation. 6 stars. I gave that book 6 stars. Left 4 Dead. Okay. Oh, this is not in order. I lied earlier when I said that this is ordered. This is not, because this is the last book that I just read. Left 4 Dead is a nonfiction book, actually. I actually would recommend it. I'm going to say recommend but didn't love. This is a nonfiction book about these random people in history who kind of like aren't really known. Like they're not known historical figures. It's about them going out on this expedition, and they go through these wild things, and they get like stuck on islands all the time, and all this crazy stuff is happening. It's really good, and they have a dog with them, and I'm gonna spoil this, but the dog does not die. I think that's a plus. Okay, it's a plus. Some people, if the dog died, they'd be like, I don't want to read that, but the dog does not die. Okay, so there you go. Maybe you'll want to read that because of that. The Secret History. I think I rated this a 3.5. I didn't know what I wanted to rate it at the time, and I still don't know where to put this. I think I'm gonna say, did I have a good time? Yeah, because I think I enjoyed it. It was kind of one of those stories where you're like, what is going on? But not in a bad way. It's a dark academia, general fiction book about this group of friends, kind of, who take this Greek class together. They just have a very interesting dynamic. It's very interesting, is what I'll say. So did I have a good time? Yeah. 5 Broken Blades. This is a fantasy book. Oh, I'm gonna say recommend but didn't love. I definitely had a good time reading this. It's not my favorite book in the world. I forget when I read this book. I think it was last year, the end of last year. I did enjoy it. It wasn't my favorite thing, like I said, but I did enjoy it. But I'm not running to read the sequel. A Winter in New York. Boring. I think I rated this a 2-star. It is a romance book. It's about these 2 people who meet in a library, which then has like nothing to do with the rest of the book, I feel like. His family owns a gelato shop. She has a weird historical family connection to the gelato shop, and it's just not that great. The Edge by David Baldacci. I really enjoyed this book. Is that the first thriller I've ever read? I'm looking at all these. Yeah, oh my goodness, yeah. That's crazy. I'm gonna say, I almost want to say would reread, but I don't know if I would. It's a thriller. I feel like rereading a thriller doesn't really hit the same, but I almost feel like I would. I'm gonna go She's Like really good, because I feel like I probably won't. I would consider it, but I probably won't. But I do want to read the rest of his books. That was a really good book. It's in the 620 Man series. That's the only David Baldacci book that I've read so far, but I definitely want to read more of his books. I just really enjoyed the way he wrote it and the pacing of it. I read that book so fast. A Court of Wings and Ruin would reread. I would say give me 14 of them right now, but it wasn't as good as A Court of Mist and Fury, but it was still really good. I loved all was there world building in that book? Probably. I don't know. But I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. And you know what? Looking at my give me 14 of them right now, Hellbent and Fourth Wing probably aren't 6 stars either. It's still like give me 14 of them right now. Give me 14 of them right now. Those are all 37 books. Yeah, that went a lot faster than I expected, and I feel like I have a pretty good variety. It's almost a bell-shaped curve, which I think is so funny. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you agree with any of these ratings. Let me know if you highly disagree with any of these ratings. I would love to see what you think of my opinions. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.